On October 1st to 3rd, 60 experts in the field of climate policy and science gathered at the Center for International Governance Innovation to explore some of the global issues and challenges regarding the threat of climate change and the need for an ambitious and global response.
Throughout the conference, we had the opportunity to sit down with some of the participants and engage with them on their opinions and insights into some of the key topics that were discussed.
We should not have another Copenhagen conference.
Such a huge scale, such a high level, and such a sort of attempt to reach an agreement. I think this is a good part of it.
The reason why Copenhagen conference was such a disappointing experience was because even the very basic tenets of multilateral negotiations were not followed. So, for example, India would perhaps speak on behalf of some of the developing countries, but it would always be obliged to go back and explain what we are trying to do. That is how you get a global agreement. So, it's not that negotiations take place in a very, very large body of people, but they do take place in smaller groups, but there is always a connection. Copenhagen did not have that. So, you had a group of heads of state and government negotiating and drafting, but there was never any connection with the 200 other countries who were waiting in the plenary hall not knowing what was happening. That is not the way to carry out negotiations.
The politicians, negotiated themselves, and some of the politicians did not know, the issues very well, and the politicians did not know, the procedures very well.
I think the most obvious one is the difficulty of getting something done when one of the major participants in that case, the United States, had not been able to reach a commitment, to come to the table with a commitment. It's not a lesson about overall international institutions, but it is a lesson about timing and perhaps about the priorities that could have been set differently in the run-up. Because I think if the Obama administration had come to Copenhagen with something more concrete in hand, we could have seen a very different outcome.
So this is something, politically, we should say that, we should follow the rules, we should follow the procedures, we should be somewhat participatory, should not be exclusive. So politically, we must have some lessons to learn.
I think that we waste a lot of time, waste a lot of energy, and with different rhetorics and reiterating what we have already said since the whole climate debate. And some are saying that we need compliance regime. We had that. Some are saying we need target. We had that. Some are saying that we need the involvement of the big economy or the emerging economy. We had that. And I really think that we need to really focus on action, even if it's at very modest level, but to involve all the parties on concrete actions so that we will achieve something in the near future.